Alright guys, today we're going to be mounting the MISB35 speaker mount by Mount It MI. So the first thing we need to do is we have a speaker wire coming out of the ceiling. We know that we're going to mount it on this wall, so that way it's as close to the ceiling as possible for you. If it's coming out of the wall, you just need to make sure it's along your stud just by doing this. Or if you have a plate on the wall, you can take the plate off and feel where the stud is. Here, I've made a smudge mark on the wall where it is. Next thing we need to do is know our height. Well, I've pre-assembled one of these for you so you know exactly where it sits. From the bottom to here is 6.5 inches to the bottom of your speaker. So for example, my speaker is 12 inches, then it's 2.5 inches to here. So we are accounting for this. Now, if I'm going from the bottom, like let's say you're mounting a shelf below it, it would be the total width of your speaker. So let's say it's 12 inches as well, plus 2.5 would be right where the bottom's going to be. And then if you're going to add your mount onto it, this is 8.5. So you would take the 2.5 off, which would give you the 6. And then you would do your 6 inches to here. 6 inches goes to right here, plus the other, which would be 12. So we'd be, for me example, 18. And so 12 plus our 6 is 18. I'd measure 18 down from the roof, and that would be my bottom of my speaker, but my mount's going to still be 6 inches down, if that makes sense. Or that's including the mount. So that would be the total mass. I usually like to leave an extra inch, and that allows for you to aim the speaker and any sort of extra, and then you'll have an inch from the ceiling, which you won't be able to see from the floor anyway, unless you're pretty far back. But I will leave this up to you. Next thing is to hold this up at your mark. After you've marked, it's actually under my hand. So that's at 18. Then I'm gonna do this and put that bubble up top in the center, just like so. And then now I'm going to take either a marker or a screwdriver and poke those holes. And you might not get exactly in the center of the stud, and that's fine. You can always harpoon the stud by putting the screw in on a bit of an angle. There will be a cover that goes over this, but you do want to try and utilize all 6 screws if you can. After you get a screw and washer, and if you come here, I usually like to re-level, put your level on it, and then make the mark. If it's got a new mark, do that. Pre-drill the hole so you have it as a pre-drill, and then smack that screw in here, and then do that one, and then do the other 3. Afterwards, slide that cover on over, bang, bang. Once that's clicked on, next piece you're gonna need is this bad boy. It fits a little tighter than the other one, but just slide that on. There's gonna be a hole right there. You wanna be pretty much in the center of it. Next is this round part with the bolt here. Hold the carriage bolt just like that. See how it's in the center and you're holding it in the cradle? You're gonna feel for that hole. And then, see how it popped up the bottom there? Perfect. Hold that with your finger. Grab this piece while holding that with your finger if you want. I'm gonna try and do it without. You just slowly screw it on like that. And look at that, I just locked it on. There you go. Now, before you screw the rest of this all together, take your speaker, slide it on top, and put it on this platform and see how it sits. Make sure you're not touching the ceiling. Next thing is, after you've done that, slide these 2 offset like so, into here, one into here, one into there. And then you'll see these 2, these are safeties right here and here. So you want to take these 2 little screws and just put them in the tip so that way they can't slide back out where your speaker is up there. So just tie these into here, and then if you want, you can take those thumb ones right there and loosely just thread one into here and one into here. So get your thumb screws in here, throw your speaker up here. Yeah, you've got it all, but if you look here, there is a massive gap. This is something you do have to take into account. And if you take a look right here, you do have a back plate right here, so your speaker does sit back here. They'll leave you some holes here for if you want to tie some screws into the speaker to make sure it doesn't fall. And that's about it. And then, like I said, just this one to tighten and blah, 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 blah. That's about it.